Hello and welcome to Guide Glimpse. Adobe Illustrator is an AI-powered tool for generating vector graphics, recoloring artwork, and enhancing design. So in this video, I will teach you all about Illustrator, all its feature, how you can use that, a basic tutorial. So now let's talk about the new feature of Illustrator called Object on Path. So here I will just add a random path, I will just add a shape here. So here I'm just adding a pentagon, you can see that. Now we will need the object, so here I'm just adding stars as an object. You can pick any type of object. Now we will go to the feature called object on path, and here we will apply this feature. Now simply click on the path. Here now you can see that our object has been aligned on the path. Similarly here you can also see some other options where you can change their distance. You can see now how you can change their distance as well with one click, and you can also move these shapes with just one click. Now you can align them on the path. Right now they are centrally aligned, so here you can align them on the right side as I did. Now you can see that all objects are rightly aligned. Now here you can also align them on the left hand side, on the top, on the bottom. All these options are available. Let's generate some vector with AI. So I will just go and here I will just look for text to vector. Here we can create different things with AI. Here we have 4 options: subject, scenes, icon, and pattern. I will test all of these. So let's first go with subject. Here you have to write any subject that you want to make. Draw a colorful line with thick pattern. And here you can see the result. They have also traced the vector that they have drawn. And here you can see that how much options we have here. Now let's go and let's try their scene here. I have asked it to create a martial landscape. It was a challenging task, but it did a really great job. Here you can see that how much options you have, and you can use from any of these options. And similarly here you can ask it to create an icon. Here I will just go with simple a laptop icon, and here you can see that they have given us so many options. You can choose from any of these options. Here now let's go and create a pattern. Here just you have to describe what type of pattern you want, and then they will generate the pattern for you. Here you can see that how it turned out. Autumn theme style pattern, you can see that. Here the best thing I found that you can add it and you can adjust the pattern. Here you can see that how I'm just doing a little adjustment. You can do that. That was really amazing. Here in the Adobe Firefly, you can identify any type of font and you can retype the font as well. And similarly here you can also create mocks. For that you have to select the vector and the object, and then they will create the mock for you. You can see that the vector has been stick to the object. Here now you also have this freely moving where you can move your randomly drawing with the help of this feature. You can see that here you can see that how our pattern has been moving. Similarly here you can also trace your image like what we do previously. We just put in our image, then we go to image trace, and here we can see all the options that we can see before. Now here let's go, and if I apply here high fidelity photos, here you can see some of the effects. You can see that now gradient has become rough, and here you can also see more features. Here they have introduced a new panel with the name of image tracer, and here in the advanced you can see more features. Now here as the picture is gradient, so I will go with gradient, and here now you can see that the gradient has smoothened our picture more. That's how this advanced feature work, and they are much better. Here now if you want to remove the background, here you can go to transparency, and you can see that now the white background has been removed. Similarly here you can combine the logo and the cup, the shirt. Just you have to select both these atoms that you want to combine, then you can combine these atoms. Similarly here you can select any artwork, and after that you have to give the prompt and you can generate. It will generate your prompt as you can see, and you can apply that on any surface. You can see how easy it is. Now for example, if you have created an artwork and you want to make color in that, you have to write a prompt, and you can see that now it has filled it with the colors and given us 3 options. Now here similarly you can select 2 objects, and here you have this alignment option, stroke option, and fill option. You can use these options. Before that you have to scale your artwork and the artboard separately, but now they have launched a feature where you can scale your artwork simultaneously with your artboard. Here you can see that our artwork and artboard both moved. Here now you can drag different colors and you can put that on your image. So here you can see that I have selected different colors. Here you can see that how it turned out with different colors. You can do that. You can select your vector and your can. So here I have selected my vectors and can. Now I will go to my object, and here in object I will go to this mockup, and here I will create mockup. That's how you can create mockup. Now here you can see that this vector move with our cans. You can see that how it can arrange itself. Here they have also updated their generated text vector feature. So here for that you have to select the area. Now here you can see this new option called generative fill. So here you have to write the prompt what you want to write in that. So here I will just go with simple tulips. So just type tulips. Now here you can see how it turned out, and that's how you can use that. Here first we have this selection tool, which is used for selecting a specific area, and after that we also have here called direct selection tool, which is used for direct selection. Choose any direct area with that selection. And here we also have this magic wand tool, which is used for selecting color basically. And after that you also have this tool here called lasso tool. Basically this is used for dragging a face. So here you can see that I have drawn the triangle. Now here you have this swap fill, and here now we have turned on the stock. And here if I go back to this tool where you can see that I am selecting this specific area, and here you can also move this corner, like here if it is you can do that. So simply go here and click on direct select tool, and with the help of this direct select tool you can move this corner, and that's how it works. And here you also have this pen tool. Now here you can draw anything freely randomly with this pen tool. Now here we also have this pen curvature tool where you can select any specific random path, and you can make a thing like here I'm making a circle and I'm just joining the ends. And here you also have this text where you can simply type. This is very basic, everyone know about that. And here you can type whatever you want to. Now after text you have this line where you can draw a line, and simply this is used for drawing lines different. You can draw here lines, you can see that. Now here you have this rectangle too where you can draw different shapes. Here you have rectangle, round and different shapes. Here let's go with the star. So I'm just drawing a star here. Here you can also adjust its shapes with the help of this arrow key. And similarly you can also extend its corners, like if I press here control, here you can see that I can extend its corners. Now here you have this brush tool where you can draw anything randomly with your brush. So you can write here whatever artist do. So here I'm just writing randomly. Now here you have this shape tool where you can draw different shapes. So here you can see that I have drawn the circle. Similarly you can use this eraser tool, you can erase that as well. And similarly you have here this width tool where you can increase your width of anything. Here you can see that I'm just pressing the corners, and when you will flex the corner you can adjust that according to your own choice. And here you also have this puppet wrap tool where you can wrap anything just by simply dragging it. Now here you have this perspective grid tool. Here you can draw different shapes. Now here, like if I'm trying a triangle, you can see that. Now here if you want to change the side, like for that simply go up. Here you have this option. Now here you can select a side. Now here for now I am selecting the bottom side. So here I will draw in the bottom. Now let's choose the left one. Now I will draw in the left one. So this is how you can draw in different directions. Now you have this mesh tool. So this is used for tracing. So here I will select the random paths, and here it is divided into sub paths, and it makes the tracking easy. And how this is how the mesh tool works. Now here you have this gradient tool. Now it is converted into the gradient. Now you can use it as you want to. And here if I double click here I can choose the color as well. Now here you have this eyedropper tool which is used for selecting the color. Here you can see that I have picked the color. This is so simple, everyone know about that. Now here next we have this blend tool. Now for example if I go and if I click on that, now if you press R and if I drag it here, you can do that. And here simply I will select this area, then here now click on blend tool and double click and click on OK. Go to object, then here on blend, then make. Now you can see that a path has been made. This is how the blend tool works. Now here next we have this output tool where you can do changes to your output. Now here I'm selecting it, and here you can do changes to your output size. Now here we have this hand tool. Hand tool is basically used for freely moving. Here you can see that you can move simply with your hand, and here you can hold as well. And here next we have this zoom tool where you can just simply click on that and this place will be zoom. Subscription plans. Here you can see the plans for individual. You can see here you have Illustrator and Creative Cloud all app. So here you can pay monthly and pay annually, it's up to you. And similarly they also offer packages for teachers and students. And similarly if you run a business, then there are plans for you as well. You can see here Illustrator for team and Creative Cloud all app for teams. Basically this Creative Cloud is best value for business. If you run a business you can buy that, and here you also have a comparison between them. If you scroll down you can find out that. These are all the new updates that you can see in the Illustrator now. If you find this video useful, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.